My child, I ask you to keep your mouth shut and hear me with complete attention now. You suffered a lot of pain lately. You trusted people and got betrayal from them in return. You thought this pain will last forever, but my child, I am here to tell you today that whatever pain you have gone through, or you will go through in future, will not last forever. I have seen every tear you shed in secret, every sigh you buried inside yourself when no one was watching. I have not missed a single beat of your breaking heart. I was there the night you asked, "Why, Lord?" And even though you could not see me, I was sitting beside you, grieving with you. The world may have turned its back, but I did not. I never left you, not for a moment. Even when you felt the most alone, I was whispering peace into your spirit, trying to hold your soul together while everything around you fell apart. Do you think I am not moved by your pain? My child, I created your heart. Every fracture in it reverberates through eternity and comes back to me. You are not just another soul to me. You are my own, my beloved, my creation, handcrafted in holiness, shaped by eternal wisdom, breathed into with my own life. When others discarded you, I held you closer. When they dismissed your worth, I reaffirmed it in heaven. Your value is not measured by how others treat you. It is measured by the blood I poured out for you. I know you are weary. I know you have tried and tried only to be met with disappointment and silence. But my child, do not let your circumstances speak louder than my promises. Do not let temporary pain build a permanent cage around your hope. What is breaking you now is not the end of your story. I am the author of your life, and I do not finish my works in defeat. You were never meant to stay in the valley. You were never meant to settle in sorrow. What you are facing is a passage, not a destination. You look at the betrayal and ask if you will ever trust again. I say yes, because I will heal the wound, not with time, but with truth. I will teach you discernment, not bitterness. You will love again, not with naive eyes, but with wisdom born from my spirit. You will stand again, not with trembling knees, but with the strength of someone who has been refined by fire and still chosen faith. You will smile again, and this time it won't be a mask, it will be real, rooted in a joy that this world cannot take away. Stop blaming yourself for what others did to you. Stop carrying the weight of their choices. You were not weak for loving deeply. You were not foolish for believing the best. The heart I gave you was not meant to be cynical. You were created to reflect my compassion, my mercy, my forgiveness. That is not weakness. That is strength of the highest kind. The world teaches self-preservation. I teach sacrificial love. You loved, and it hurt, but it was not in vain. I will use it. I will redeem every scar and use it to shelter others who are suffering. What the enemy meant for harm, I will use for glory. I want you to hear me clearly now. The people who walked away from you were not sent by me. The ones who mocked you in your weakness were never your shelter. I removed them because their presence was delaying your purpose. I allowed them to leave because their loyalty was a leash. You thought you needed them to survive, but I am the one who sustains you. I am the one who provides. I will send people who will not compete with your calling but will cherish it. You will not have to shrink to fit beside them. You will not have to beg for their loyalty. They will come with honor, and I will place them in your life at the appointed time. You must stop reopening doors I have closed. You must stop watering what I have already uprooted. Some relationships were assignments for a season, not for your forever. Some were lessons wrapped in heartbreak. I am not punishing you by taking people away. I am protecting you. I am setting you apart for greater things. Let go. Let me work. If you cling to what I am removing, you will forfeit what I am bringing. Your tears are not a sign of failure. They are prayers in liquid form, and I have bottled every one of them. I have counted them. I remember the reason for each one, and I promise you, my child, none of them are wasted. Your weeping may endure for the night, but joy unshakable, divine joy comes in the morning, and your morning is closer than you think. Do not give up on me. Do not lose faith in the middle of the process. I have not forgotten the promises I whispered to your spirit. I do not lie. I do not change. What I have spoken over you will come to pass. You have been asking me for clarity, for direction. But I need you to understand this first. I am not just interested in solving your problems. I am after your heart. I am not a distant judge watching from afar. I am your Father. And I discipline not to destroy but to develop. I refine not to punish but to purify. If I have kept you in the fire longer than you expected, it is because I see the gold within you. You are not ordinary. You carry eternal purpose in you. The weight you feel is not just pressure, it is the shaping of destiny. You keep asking, when will this end? But I say, what are you learning? You say, why me? I say, because I trust you. I trust you with this trial because I know what I've placed in you. You think I've forgotten you, but the truth is, I am forming you. The deeper the roots grow, the higher the tree can rise. What I am doing in the hidden place will prepare you for the platform I am building. You are not being buried, you are being planted, and the fruit you will bear will feed many. Do not compare your journey to others. Their pace is not your standard. Their timeline is not your map. I am writing a unique story with your life, and it will not look like theirs because it is not meant to. Trust my timing. Trust my silence. Trust even the closed doors. What you think is a denial is often my protection. What feels like a delay is me arranging the perfect outcome. I am not slow to fulfill my promises. I am meticulous. I am intentional, and I will not give you anything prematurely that would harm you. You keep looking for signs, confirmations, assurances. But sometimes faith means stepping even when the path is unclear. Sometimes the greatest miracle is not the parting of the sea, but the courage to walk while it's still stormy. I want to build that kind of faith in you, the kind that believes even when nothing makes sense. The kind that praises even when the pain persists. The kind that waits not passively, but with holy expectation, knowing I am faithful. My child, you are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not invisible to me. Every moment of your life is under my careful watch. Every breath you take is a gift sustained by my mercy. If I have kept you this far, do you think I will abandon you now? If I carried you through the fire, do you think I will let the smoke consume you? I have never failed you, and I never will. Lift your eyes. Look up from the ashes. There is beauty coming. There is resurrection ahead. I am doing a new thing in you even now. You cannot see it yet, but the seeds I planted in your darkest season are already pushing through the soil. Do not curse your winter, it made space for the spring. Do not despise the silence that taught you to hear me clearly. Everything you've endured is part of your becoming. Trust me. You are strong, not because you feel it, but because I am your strength. You are brave not because you never tremble, but because you continue forward despite fear. You are chosen not by accident, but by divine design. My hand is upon you. My favor surrounds you. My spirit is within you. And there is nothing, no betrayal, no heartbreak, no failure that can separate you from my love. My beloved child, stay with me. Do not let your heart wander now. I know you are weary and confused. I know there are questions that burn in your soul like fire. Why did you allow this, Lord? Why pain when you are love? Why wounds when you have the power to heal? Why silence when I cried out so loud? Hear me now, not through the filter of your fear, not through the veil of your disappointment, but in the stillness of your spirit, where my voice whispers truest. Pain was never part of Eden. It was not born of my original design. I made you for joy, for communion, for peace unbroken. But love, real love, cannot be forced. It must be chosen. And in that freedom there came a fall, and with it came pain, not because I created it, but because your world cracked under the weight of separation from me. Sin opened a door, and through it entered sorrow, betrayal, sickness, and death. But hear me, child, I did not abandon you to it. I stepped into it with you. Child, you ask me why I did not stop the betrayal, why I let the knife pierce your back from the ones you trusted. But would you have seen their true nature without it? Would you have learned how strong you are unless the weight came crashing down? I did not cause their sin, but I allowed it to reveal what I would never have you carry another season longer. I allowed it not to harm you, but to free you. You learned discernment through pain. You learned to pray with depth through pain. You found me not just on the mountaintop, but in the lowest valley, where your tears baptized the ground and your whispers turned into groans too deep for words. And it was there, in that unseen agony, that I drew near. I was not far off, watching from the clouds. I was in the dirt beside you, holding your trembling hands. I am not the cause of your heartbreak, but I am the one who binds the broken-hearted. You think I could have protected you, and yes, I could have. But protection is not always the removal of pain. Sometimes it is the redemption of it. Sometimes the greatest mercy is not sparing you, but transforming you. If I shielded you from every hardship, you would never discover the warrior I placed inside you. If I never allowed the breaking, you would not know what it means to be made whole by me. Do you remember when you cried, "Make me stronger, Lord"? Did you think that would come through ease? Strength is forged in fire, not in comfort. You asked me to use you. Did you think I would do that without first refining you? The vessel that carries my glory must be clean, must be surrendered, must be shaped by my hands, and yes, sometimes my shaping feels like pain. But I am not cruel. I am careful. I break only what cannot remain. I remove only what hinders your purpose. I cut away only what chokes your soul. Pain has a way of humbling you, of teaching you how fragile life is, how fleeting people are, how deep your need for me truly runs. When everything is stripped away, the real you remains the one I've been shaping since before time began. The one I see when everyone else sees failure. The one I love unconditionally. You are not being punished. You are being purified. You were made for more than survival. You were made to carry glory, to reflect light, to walk in authority. But the vessel must be tested. The foundation must be proven, and pain is the fire that reveals whether you have built on rock or on sand. When you cling to me in pain, when you worship in the wilderness, when you choose trust over despair, I see the gold emerge. And I say there, that one faithful, that one I will send. Do you think my greatest servants were spared from pain? Look at them. Joseph betrayed, enslaved, imprisoned, yet through it all, I was preparing him to lead. David anointed, yet hunted, hiding in caves before he ever sat on a throne. Job righteous, yet stripped of all. Yet in the end he saw me more clearly than ever before. Even my own son, my beloved, did not avoid suffering. He drank the cup of agony. He bore the cross. He cried out in abandonment. Why? So that you would know that I do not send you where I have not gone first. I allow pain not to destroy you, but to reveal my strength in you. When you reach the end of yourself, that is where I begin. When your wisdom fails, my wisdom leads. When your body is weak, my spirit sustains. You think you are falling apart, but I am the one who is breaking the shell so the seed inside can grow. There are seasons when I must allow the shaking not to ruin you, but to reveal what cannot be shaken. Your identity must be rooted in me, not in people, not in success, not even in your own strength. I must remove the idols you didn't even know you had. I must let the winds come so the foundation can be tested. And if the walls fall, I will rebuild. If the dreams die, I will resurrect. If the path vanishes, I will lead you through the wilderness myself. I never promised you a life without sorrow. I promised you my presence through it. I never said you wouldn't cry. I said I would bottle every tear. I never said there wouldn't be fire. I said you would not be burned. I never said there would be no rivers. I said they would not sweep over you. What I offer is not a life free of pain, but a life where pain is not your master. A life where suffering becomes sacred. A life where even the worst things become doorways to deeper communion with me. There is something you gain in pain that cannot be bought with pleasure. There is wisdom forged only in the dark. There is intimacy with me that only the crushed know. That is why I allow it not out of indifference, but out of desire for your fullness. I want you whole, not superficially whole, not pretend smile whole. I mean truly, deeply, eternally whole. And that kind of wholeness comes through the breaking. I want to teach you how to carry peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. I want to show you joy that cannot be stolen. I want to raise you into someone who walks into rooms and shifts atmospheres, because you carry not just my name, but my nature. But to carry my nature, you must be refined. That's what the pain is doing. Not ruining you. Refining you. Not ending your story. Shaping it. You ask why I waited so long to answer. Why I let you wander lost and afraid. But did you not notice how your hunger for me grew in the silence? Did you not feel how your prayers deepened in the absence of answers? I was not ignoring you. I was drawing you deeper. Sometimes I must withhold the immediate comfort so that you seek me, not just my gifts. I will always be enough for you. But you will never know that unless every other source dries up. You asked me to be close. And I am, but I had to clear the noise first. You asked me to reveal your purpose. And I will, but I had to strip away what was false. You asked me to lead you. And I am, but I had to slow you down long enough to listen. I am not late. I am preparing you. Preparation often looks like pain. But when the time comes, you will see nothing was wasted. Every wound became a well of compassion. Every delay built endurance. Every unanswered question taught you to walk by faith. You see pain as a curse. I see it as a doorway. Through that door, you learn to forgive. You learn to let go. You learn to listen. You learn to love in ways that are not shallow but sacrificial. You learn to see the broken, because you yourself were once broken. You become a healer, not just one who speaks of me, but one who reflects me. And that is what I am after, not religious performance, but transformation. I do not enjoy your suffering. Do not misunderstand me. It grieves me when you hurt. But I am more committed to your eternal glory than your temporary comfort. I am forming Christ in you, and that formation sometimes requires letting go of everything else you once leaned on. I will not leave you where I found you. I will not allow you to settle for less than the fullness of life I designed for you. And, oh, my child, if only you could see what is coming. If only you could see the glory that will rise from the ashes. If only you could feel the power that will flow from the places you thought were ruined forever. What you thought was the end, I will make the beginning. What was barren, I will make fruitful. What was lost, I will redeem. I am not finished. I know it hurts. I know there are days when breathing feels like a battle. I know the nights feel long and empty. But do not confuse silence for absence. I am closer now than ever before. I am in your brokenness. I am in your waiting. I am even in your questioning. I can handle your doubts. I can handle your anger. Just don't walk away. Stay with me. Let me finish what I started. You will look back on this season not with bitterness, but with gratitude, because you will see what I was doing all along. You will see how I used the pain to position you, to protect you, to prune you. You will see how what felt like loss was actually gain. You will thank me one day for the prayers I didn't answer, because you'll see that I had something far better planned. My ways are higher, my thoughts are greater. Trust me. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. You are not forgotten. You are being favored. You are not alone. You are being held. Every ache is producing something eternal. Every moment of pain is preparing you for glory. If only you could see it from where I stand. But one day you will. One day I will wipe every tear from your eyes. One day all the pain will make sense. One day you will stand in the fullness of what I created you for, and you will not regret a single moment you trusted me through the fire. Until then, hold on. I am with you. I have always been, and I always will be. My child, this pain will not last forever. But what it produces in you, faith, character, strength, endurance, compassion, humility, love, those things will last forever. and so I allow it. Not because I delight in your suffering, but because I delight in what I see being born through it. You are not just surviving. You are becoming. And what you are becoming is glorious. Keep walking. I am with you. Always.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for daily divine message.